Who would have thought I'll be making another video on this topic so fast, but here we are. Because another channel called Dirkoin had recently made a video that's like partially about me, partially about Big Joel, who, if you haven't seen yet, most of you probably are from Big Joel's channel. Yeah, he made a video on me and things kind of took off and got nasty again, even though I thought that all the drama was finally behind. But I mean, at least it finally gave me some growth, so I can't be like too harsh on it. But anyway, let's just move on from that. So yeah, basically he did a video on basically criticizing Big Joel for making the video and saying how many like inaccuracies there were in it, even though there really weren't. And watching back at his Dirkoin's video, yeah, there's some very interesting things in it, especially when it comes to defending Hybridsteel, and of course Hybridsteel is getting involved in all of this again. So I guess let's just go get on with this video.
He tries to set Avrona down as some kind of hopeful saint, the typical small YouTuber.
Yeah, I highly doubt anyone would actually describe a saint as.
Here, Avrona is being rude to people, acting like their input is useless and frivolous.
Even Joel himself addressed that in a argument they were having in the comment section of this video, so I have no idea where he really got that from. He definitely wasn't making me out to be like this kind of person. And I guess why I'm here, if you haven't seen my other video, which I did basically like my initial responses to Big Joel's video, I basically said that it was never my intention to be rude to people. Whenever I do try to ask for like advice, what I do is, if you know, I understand if people like won't give something that's necessarily useful for my channel. After all, my channel has had a very complicated history, so you know, when someone says something that may not be super useful, I just try to, you know, give them more information, give them more context for the channel, so then we can like try and work up and come up with a better conclusion for the channel. That's what I try to do every single time. If those intentions haven't came across clearly, I do apologize, but those are my intentions every single time. So to say I was trying to do anything other than that is just plain wrong.
He made thumbnails in PowerPoint.
And I still do, and it's an argument I heard so much, and I still don't really understand. Yes, I make my thumbnails in PowerPoint, because it doesn't affect anything. Like, so many people use this argument already, and just like, I have no idea why people still think it's a good argument. I think it's just like so many people like underestimating PowerPoint, or just like trolling on purpose, or I really have no idea what's causing this large amount of people to think that, yes, I use PowerPoint because it's less time for the exact same product. It's not to do with skill. I literally have a qualification from using Photoshop. It's not about owning programs. I do actually own Photoshop, so it's not about that. It's simply because it's less time to do the exact same thing. If there's something in the thumbnails that needs improving, it's never because of the program I use. Like whenever anyone suggested anything I could improve in them, I was always able to do that in PowerPoint. If there's anything else that needs improving them, I just need to be let know of that, because if I haven't changed something in them that needs changing, it's because I don't know of it, not because I'm being limited by my programs or stuff like that.
There was no love and or skill put into his videos.
And I can tell you firsthand that that isn't true. I did put plenty of love and plenty of skill into my videos.
And when we all told him to improve, he said he can't. He was already doing the best he can.
And that point I did already address earlier in his video and in the previous response video to Joel.
Avrona wants to be famous. Like, that's obvious. He mentions that like 1,000,000 times in chat.
Apparently it's so obvious that it's not true at all. I pretty much never said I want to be famous on YouTube. I said I want to have my channel grow, but that's not really the same. I don't want to be famous. I mean, again, it would be nice, but it was never my main goal. And it's just like, I do know myself it's not really realistic. I'm fine if it's not, if I like don't blow up to be like super famous. I don't care. It was never a main goal of mine. Growing your channel and becoming famous are two separate things.
You think you make reasonably good stuff, and you're probably right, and you're not really sure how you could get better at it in a meaningful way. But it's not going anywhere. For whatever reason, things aren't taking off. You're just like this guy.
No. If he's like you, then shame on you, Big Joel. But he's not like many of the great people I've had the pleasure to talk to.
He wasn't saying that though. I mean, he was, but he was giving two different viewpoints. There was either the people who were seeing me and realizing they think that way too, and there was the other one, the whole mosquito and the lotion explanation in the video, which you seem to have completely missed out. He was saying that in that camp of people, it's people basically arguing with me to make themselves feel better and feel like they're doing something different and their channels have a chance of growing. So there are these two different categories. If you're not part of the other one, then maybe the other one. If you're not either, okay, maybe you're in some different one. He was just presenting these two different categories.
Avrona only cared for one thing, himself. He never helped people, he never gave feedback.
Oh, I do. And I would give evidence here, but sadly, yeah, I can't because guess what? I got banned.
Joel's portraying Avrona as the typical YouTuber, which frankly is a blatant insult to many of us.
Again, he isn't though. He is presenting me in an example to represent two different groups of people within the community.
He also mentioned Hybridsteel's video about Avrona, only mentioning one by the way, and omitting the long-ass video Hybrid made actually helping Avrona.
Because it simply isn't relevant to the subject. Like, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, it wouldn't have changed absolutely nothing in Big Joe's argument. So, like, why bother bringing it up?
He took a small portion of Hybrid's video and tries to disprove it. And well, he comes over as very clumsy.
Oh, the whole out-of-context argument that Hybrid and many others have used to basically criticize Big Joe. No, Big Joe hasn't taken anything out of context. In what he criticized about Hybridsteel, he was right, no matter how much you want to agree on it or not, and nothing was out of context, no matter how much Hybrid or other people trying to brainwash you into thinking otherwise.
This guy has immersed himself into small YouTube culture so much, embraced the narrative that succeeding on this platform comes down to a series of basic lessons, that he is willing to accept that if you watch through and absorb these tutorials, you will succeed, or there's something wrong with you.
Okay, so my biggest problem from his entire video comes from this part, and actually was the catalyst for me making this entire video. Because it feels like Joel is intentionally trying to be as wrong as humanly possible. So he thinks that the YouTube Creator Academy should make a YouTuber big. But that's not what Hybridsteel is saying.
Although I agree that there are lots of different interpretations that can be made for this, in none of them Hybridsteel looks to be in the right. Because what it appears to be is, even though he may not be saying that, as Dirkoin put it out, that people who have went to the Creators Academy are guaranteed growth, it's that he's somehow making this weird leap of logic between me saying that I already did it, to that somehow meaning I don't understand what YouTube is telling me to do. Like, even though I've never said I didn't understand something about the Creator Academy. So he got this information which he just stated as a fact, which he essentially got out of nowhere, that I don't understand what YouTube is telling me to do. And since probably one of the main signs of seeing if someone has used the Creator Academy or not correctly for Hybrid would be, wow, that the channel grows. So that's probably another thing Big Joe was trying to say, that if growth is a measurement of how much someone understands the YouTuber Creator Academy, in that sense, Big Joe is correct on what Hybridsteel is saying. Because there's still this giant mystery of whether or not he got the fact that I somehow don't understand what the Creator Academy says from.
Well, I do agree that Avrona has improved his thumbnail making skills and his editing.
I'm pretty sure I addressed the editing as well in previous videos. I don't know, there's been too many of these to like keep track now, but if there was something to do with the editing, it wasn't because of the Creator Academy. The Creator Academy just can't teach you how to edit. It can't cover every single editing program, and like, I guess it's a sub-rant here, but the Creator Academy is really like it has to be too generic to be helpful, because it has to help as many people as possible. But I guess back to the point is that whenever there was something that wasn't fully edited, it, like, again, wasn't because of the Creator Academy. The Creator Academy doesn't teach you to edit, and again, it wasn't because I didn't know how to edit. I do know how to edit. If there wasn't something edited, it's simply because there wasn't a need for it. Just because I do more editing for my videos now, it's not because of the Creator Academy or any other tutorial. In fact, I completely self-taught myself just from scratch, no tutorials or anything. Headphone Express, which is the editing software I use now. But I didn't start doing it now for no reason. Before, there was simply no need. There were just, for the most part, videos that didn't really need it, or at least I couldn't really find any places where extra editing was needed, apart from me a sound effect from time to time, or maybe a cut from time to time. That wasn't really what the videos were. They weren't supposed to have like cheesy transitions every 5 seconds, but now the type of videos I do now do require more editing, and that is why you see that there has been a lot more editing. Not because like I improved, I mean I have improved, but like that was never the main reason, or the main reason being whatever else. I don't even know what anymore. It's simply because the videos I do now actually require editing. And yes, there were quite a few new things I picked up from it, but again, it's nothing that would automatically transform my channel into something that a channel with millions of dollars in budget would produce.
Because he made so many different kinds of contents, has angered the algorithm god so much by doing sub for sub, by having subs bought for him. Like that will be noticed by YouTube.
Now, at this last part is just like the ramblings of a madman. I didn't do sub for sub, ever. So I really have no idea where you got that from, Dirkoin. And also, I love the way how you phrase it, that I had subs bought for my channel. Yes, my channel got sub botted, but you make it sound like I wanted someone to do it. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, and I do apologize if it was just the way you phrased it, but it makes it sound like I wanted it. But no, I was actually really concerned when it happened. I never asked anyone to do it. I just woke up one day and I got about 1.5k or 1.4k extra subs out of nowhere because some people got that mad at me, which is just extremely childish. And just for people to say that the people on the other side of the argument have done nothing wrong, well, they're just ignoring facts like these. So that was pretty much the end of Dirkoin's video. Yeah, I really haven't understood why he made most of the points he did, and it's still just like the most confusing part is, why do these people still try and use Hybridsteel as the figurehead? Like, they make them seem like this martyr, this person to look up to, like, you know, the person who like fights against everything that avrona does. And it's like, you do realize all the bad things Hybrid did, but they just don't seem to care at all. And no matter how much evidence I post in all these response videos I make, it doesn't seem to be helping at all for whatever reason, and instead they just keep on breeding this just extremely toxic behavior towards me, which is just like, seriously, like, grow up. Like, seriously, just go and look through the comment section, for example, of Hybrid's video, or even Dirkoin's video. It's people who never really met me and who just see the video about me, yet all of a sudden start spewing out all these insults. Like, how does that even happen to a person, that they can get like brainwashed into something like so quickly? I don't get it, but yeah. Hybrid, and if you're watching this, if you don't, I would definitely be interested in a response video, because between the 3 videos that have been pretty much made on this now, mine, Big Joel's, and Dirkoin's, yeah, I guess we just want some like clarification on all the things you've been saying. So again, if someone of you watching has contact with him, because I'm pretty sure he's planning on anything, maybe see if he's planning on making one. It will definitely like help clarify the situation. I mean, we'll see if he's being truthful for once in it, but anyway, I'm just like so tired by this. I don't know. I guess I'll just leave this video here. If there'll be any more, I guess I'll have to respond as well, but I'm just gonna leave you with this. Don't believe what they're saying. I'm not the evil person they're painting me out to be. Look at the facts, look at both sides of the argument, and make up your mind before you start behaving like some of these people in Hybrid's comment sections. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever next. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. I need a rest after this.